Hi, I'm Chris Johnston from Work Visa Lawyers and welcome to our March immigration news video. In this video, we'll cover all the latest Australian immigration news, including a preview of the immigration policies in the lead up to the Australian federal election. The income threshold for the 482 will go up again, and details on SA 190 and 491 visas. To start, we're going to share some of the visas that we've recently obtained for our clients. Clients receive visa grants for the following visas: Partner Visa 100, a Global Talent Visa applied for last year, some 186 visa for the temporary transition pathway, a 482 short-term stream visa for offshore, a 494 Dharma for an age disability carer, a citizenship approval and a student visa, a 190 visa grant for a marketing specialist applied for in 2023, a 190 grant for a software tester applied for in 2023, and a 600 visitor visa. So that's a fair range of visas. If you're also looking to apply for an Australian visa, please contact us by booking an appointment using the link in the description below. We can assist with your visa application. If you are not subscribed to our channel yet, please click to the subscribe button. This will help us to continue creating great content for you. The Australian federal election, immigration policy preview for the major parties and independents. If the current Labor government wins, it's expected to continue with the following policies. Continue allocation levels similar to the 2025 levels, which is 185,000 visas for that year. Continue with migration strategy reforms which were announced in December 2023. This may include a review of the points-based system for GSM visas, including the 189, the 190 and the 491. After consultation in 2024, the release of plans for regional visas. No business or investor visas are planned to be available. Recently, the current government, in Direction 114, gave the significant investor visa the lowest priority processing within the 188 subclass. This shows that they're not interested in investor visas and even not interested in the processing of the significant investor visa. This will be disappointing for those with applications still in the processing backlog. So let's consider the immigration policies for the Liberal Party and a potential coalition government if they were to win power. A major difference is the size of the migration program. The current Labor government is working on a forecast of approximately 185 if they continue with that. The Liberal leader Peter Dutton has previously stated that he will cut the migration allocation to approximately 140,000 per year. In another contrasting view, Liberal leader Peter Dutton has spoken of support for the significant investor visa. This contrasts with the Albanese government, which abolished the significant investor visa by closing it from the 1st of July 2024. But it's not just about the major parties. The Greens, the third smaller party, has immigration policies that are more positive towards migrants. The Greens place more emphasis on humanitarian and refugee visas and less on skilled migration. Now, there's also another factor to be considered: the views of independents. Some independents hold anti-immigration views. There is also independents, which are often referred to as the Teals, that are independents that take in former Conservative seats. Then there's the Teals, which are often independents that have taken former Conservative seats. The Teals may have a range of perspectives on migration, but may be more supportive of skilled migration. If an election is close, major parties may need to collaborate with smaller parties or independents to form a government. So there could be a whole range of outcomes in relation to migration policies following the election. With GSM visas slowing, employer-sponsored visas continue to grow. We've had another month with no invitations for the 189 visa. The Northern Territory is closed for new 190s or 491s, and Pathway 1 for the New South Wales 491 is closed. Other states continue to issue invitations for 190s and 491s. The trend is to more employer-sponsored visas, including the 482, the 186, the 494. The labour agreement visas, including Dharmas, are also increasingly popular. 482 self-sponsored. We frequently receive questions about self-sponsorship. which is an area which can be difficult and is often refused. But in some cases, where there's a genuine need for the position, applications may be successful even if self-sponsored. We've posted a full video explaining both successful and unsuccessful cases of self-sponsorship. Check the video using the link in the description below. The income threshold is going up again. From the 1st of July, the income threshold will increase from $73,150 to $76,515 per year. This is the minimum salary that an employer must pay if they're nominating someone for the core skills stream of the 482 visa. At a practical level, many employers and applicants may seek to lodge their nomination for a 482 core skills visa before the income threshold goes up from the 1st of July 2025. With this increase, it may be harder to find an employer to sponsor a 482 for some occupations, including lower paid occupations such as childcare, chefs, cooks and motor mechanics. Good luck to everyone looking for an employer sponsor. You can watch our video How to Find a Sponsor, which is mentioned in the link below. The specialist skills income threshold will increase from $135,000 to $141,210 for the next financial year. This is the minimum income to be able to proceed with a specialist skilled visa in the Skills in Demand visa. New 482 processing times. When the Skills in Demand 482 visa was announced, one of the great new features was that processing would be done in 7 days. Well, that didn't last. The Department of Home Affairs has updated processing times, which are now the following. 50% of 482s processed in 30 days, 90% processed in 47 days. Please remember these processing times referred to time taken to reach a decision, not necessarily a positive decision. Many businesses and applicants choose to use migration professionals to maximise their chances. With the new core skills list, there's 456 occupations available for the 482 visa in the core skills stream. The most common question that we get is, how do I find a sponsor? We've made a video and we've got a website page about how to find a sponsor. Please find a link in the description below. Pacific Engagement Visa Updates. The Pacific Engagement Visa, designed to bring 3,000 workers per year from the Pacific nations and Timor-Leste to Australia, is facing major delays, disappointing many hopeful applicants. This visa program was launched last year and offers permanent residency in Australia to Pacific Islanders through a ballot system, similar to a lottery. More than 56,000 people applied, but over 5 months after the applications closed, the Australian government has allocated less than 5% of the total available visas. That means less than 100 visas. These delays have frustrated many applicants who've spent money and are trying to get answers from the Australian government. Another challenge is that they must secure a job offer in Australia, and this is something difficult to get when they don't have a visa yet. South Australian 190 and 491 visa updates. South Australia has recently provided an update on the state nomination program for the 190 and 491 visas. Here are some of the updates. 50,000 registrations of interest have been received for just 3,800 places available in the 2024 to 2025 financial year. The program is highly competitive compared to the last financial year when South Australia received around 12,000 registrations of interest. Half of the allocations have already been filled for South Australia. Most invitations have been issued to onshore applicants. Registrations of interest will continue to be accepted and invitations will be issued until the end of the financial year, in June 2025. English language skills and relevant work experience are key selection criteria. High priority occupations include teaching, health, defence, space and cybersecurity. Demand is far exceeding available places for chefs, enrolled nurses and motor mechanics. Applicants in these occupations are encouraged to explore other visa options such as employer-sponsored visas. There is a high demand for applications from medical diagnostic radiographers, sonographers, podiatrists, floor finishers, glaziers, electricians, roof tilers, plumbers, ambulance officers and cabinet makers. If your occupation is one of these mentioned, you may have a better chance of being invited. If you have submitted an expression of interest for South Australia and have not yet received an invitation, you may still have a chance, especially if you're in a high priority sector, as half of the allocations are still available. However, given the high competition, you may want to consider other visa pathways such as employer sponsorship or partner visas if you have an Australian partner. If you have any questions about Australian immigration news, ask in the comments below. Subscribe to receive the latest news. Thanks for watching.